already 13. Hi everybody, my name is Rachel Sumner and welcome to my official Folk Alliance Showcase. I am so excited to be coming to you live from the Boston area, and I'm going to be showing you songs from my upcoming record that I recorded a week and a half ago at the fabulous Club Passim with Michael Siegel on bass. I am so excited to reveal some of these songs that have never been played. Some of them have never been played live. Some of them I played live just at the show right before the beginning of the pandemic. So it is very exciting to have this as a sort of big reveal. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching. Here's my my website if you're interested. And I just want to thank Folk Alliance really quick for hosting this. Even though we can't all be together, it's been so wonderful getting to tune into people's showcases. I've seen so many of my friends, and a lot of what you go to Folk Alliance for has been able to move online, which is really, really wonderful. So thank you so much. Without further ado, we're going to start things off with a song of mine called 3,000 Miles. Enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3,000 miles and a couple of stone throws is all it takes to get me home. Meanwhile, then a while ran away. I chose the wrong in a caravan. There ain't no home, is nowhere I will land. While my childhood out in the drought of Mojave, searching for a poppy and tumbleweeds, and all those pretty Joshua trees looked like prison bars to me. And that was when I knew I had to leave. Seems like I'm always heading somewhere. Watch the road unfold in front of me. Tracks, but I keep on looking back. Am I free? Pressed my luck, packed a truck, headed out for the highway. Set only on clear in the Golden State. Tried a year in the land of the saints, but I can't pretend I am what I ain't. I saw the dawn, then steer the wheel real straight. Seems like I'm always heading somewhere. Watch the road unfold in front of me. I can cover up my tracks, but I keep on looking back. Take miles to find yourself. It can take a while. It can take miles to find yourself. It can take a while. It can take miles to find yourself. It can take a while. It can take miles to find yourself. It can take a while. Seems like I'm always heading somewhere. Watch the road unfold in front of me. I can cover up my tracks, but I keep on looking back. Seems like I'm always heading somewhere.
I've stared down the store handle, hoping it's about to turn. I've kept the candles lit till there was no wick left to burn. I'm too tired to move, I'm too tired to care, I'm too tired to fume or feel any sense of despair. Darling, I've waited all I can for your call. Turns out I'd done better not to have waited at all. Not a shred of remorse, not a speck of regret. No, I'm not out of sorts, I'm just going to bed. Sure, I could stay up and watch this old movie again, but darling, I've seen this before. There's no need to sit through the end. I get that you're busy, I get you're a popular man. If your schedule allowed it, do you think you could pencil me in? Oh baby, forget it. Instead, I think I'll just go to bed.
That was Too Tired, a song of mine, and right before that was 3,000 Miles. All of the songs I'm playing tonight are my own songs, so a lot of them are coming from a record that I've been working on during COVID times that I am very excited to put out. And I asked Instagram and Facebook if you had any questions for me, and I was going to answer some of them during the show. So the first question that was asked that I really liked, it was, when all of this is over, where are you looking forward to going? And my answer is everywhere. I want to go everywhere. I think I'm contractually obligated to go to California first to go visit my family. I really want to give my mom and my grandma a hug, which they're both watching. Hello. Send in lots of love to California. But yes, California first, and then everywhere. I want to tour this album everywhere. I want to play every dive bar, every festival, every house concert, every cozy folk club. Just please book me everywhere. And if you're from Folk Alliance and you book a venue, please remember my name, Rachel Sumner, because I would love to play there, wherever there is for you. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm sure you guys are all too. It's funny that song 3,000 Miles, the first one, is a song about traveling. I'm 3,000 miles away from California right now, up in Boston, and I started writing it years ago, and I knew it was a traveling song, but I couldn't finish and figure out what the words were until I was stuck here. So it's funny how that happens, but I'm glad that I finally finished that. I'm going to play some more music for you. The next song is a song that might be one of my older tunes from the album. It's a song that I picked up the banjo, and this just kind of fell out of the sky. It was one of the first things I ever learned to do on the banjo. This is called Bygone Time.
You've been away much too long to say, much too long to justify. But I sift through thoughts and find you settle right behind the lids when I close my eyes. pronounced the one I lay beside. He never guesses, kiss and caress makes me wish you had tried. On and on it goes, keeping me up. Don't think about it now. Don't ask what if or why. Don't think about it Could you tell me where you went? Do you know how much I wept for you? One, two, three. We're always being left, we're always leaving. Fate cuts the straws and lovers have to draw lots. There's no way to brace for theft when time's behind the thieving. But tell me just how long have we both got? Some days it's crystalline, I can see things clearly. Though we hope the road is longer than it is rough. There is no number, no close at all, not nearly, that could ever make a life with love long enough. Are we living in a dream? And who's the daring dreamer? Setting two to work on trying to become one. I admit I've lived with disbelief that I find my true believer. But here you are, my world, my ever shining midnight sun. But some nights it's hard to let you hold me close and tightly. For those tender times return as aching echoes. And the line between what's comforting and haunting isn't tidy. And love, I don't know seems too big and bleak, or perhaps this wish is bleaker. But I hope my side's the empty one. I'm terrified my life will move along without me. Scared I won't remember how to live alone. To be left unplagued by heartache and photographs and memories of us two. You would do better on your own. Are we always being left, or are we always leaving?
That was Echoes, and right before that was Bygone Times with the fabulous Mike Siegel on the bass. I am so excited for you to be listening to this. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, my name is Rachel Sumner, and I'm playing songs from my upcoming album called Heartless Things. And I'm also answering questions that have been asked. I asked the last 24 hours for people to submit any questions. And so we are coming up to question number 2, which is, when this album be dropping? Well, I've self-released my own music in the past up to this point, and while that's a possibility, I'm taking my time right now and hoping that I'll maybe find the right people that can help me share this with a wider audience. I'm really glad that I get to share these songs through live streams like this one right now, but I'm especially excited to be able to share the album versions with you. So I will let you know as soon as I can. If you sign up for my mailing list, that's Rachel, or I think I posted it, I pinned it in the comments, at rachelsumnermusic.com, then you'll be able to keep in touch with me, and I will let you know when that album is going to drop. I promise. Onwards and upwards. The next song is a song called Sometimes Sweetie, and I hope you enjoy it.
I won't be your sometimes sweetie. I won't be at your beck and call. Keep me close or keep on without me. Honey, that's all, that's all, that's all. Your love comes with no rhyme or reason. A snowy day in the early fall. My love is right and always in season. Honey, that's all, that's all, that's all. 'Cause I won't be your sometimes sweetie. No, I won't be at your beck and call. Keep me close or keep on without me. Honey, that's all, that's all, that's all. Ooh. are barreling, bound for danger, pretending nothing's wrong at all. Just untwine our hands and turn me stranger. Honey, that's all, that's all. That's all. 'Cause I won't be your sometime sweetie. No, I won't be at your beck and call. Keep me close or keep on without me. Honey, that's all, that's all. That's all. Oh, honey, that's all, that's all. That's all. Oh, honey, that's all, that's all. 1, 2, 3. I got your messages this morning and all the ones from yesterday. Yes, I saw you at the show and with no warning. Saw you with some new arms round your waist. It didn't take you too long to get back to performing. Now you're acting like I'm the one who got away. I hope she welcomed the affection, the wine, the winks, the big bouquet. No, you never were one for discretion. And last night was a full-blown cabaret. But if she had your attention, why'd you look in my direction? Well, so what? Maybe I almost felt like crying. So what? Maybe you saw me start to shake. I prefer to seem unfazed. Doesn't mean I've been upstaged, because I don't need you anymore. So now you're reaching out of the blue, and I can't help but wonder if you thought it too. Oh, ain't it a shame when meaning's misconstrued? You assume my solitude when I'm not over. You are looking for a friend, just fishing for a feud. Well, so what? Maybe I almost felt like crying. So what? Maybe my knees started giving way. I prefer to seem unfazed. Doesn't mean I've been upstaged, 'cause I don't need you. New flames come and old flames go. I burn brightly on my own. So what? Maybe I almost felt like crying. Almost took the call when I saw your name. But I'd rather be alone. Leave your message at the tone, because I don't
That was So What, and just before that was Sometimes Sweetie. Both are new songs. Sometimes Sweetie is really kind of funny. I originally wrote it as like an Appalachian fiddle tune. That's what I had in mind, sung a cappella, and it turned out to be like an electric bluesy song on the record. So I'm excited for you to hear that. Question number 3. Let's get to it. So little context is necessary for this. When I posted the invitation for people to ask me questions, I posted this. Over here. Here we go. This photo of myself from high school with a piccolo. Kind of as a way to just beat the algorithm and hopefully people would see it. And also just to be a little silly. But the question is, wait, tiny flute? I thought you played guitar. How many instruments do you play? Well, that is a great question. I play quite a few, and on the record, I think I play almost all of the instruments that I'm able to. I play guitars, electric and acoustic, steel string, nylon string guitar. I play flute and clarinet, banjo, ukulele, auto harp, let's see. Oh yeah, and then I make my debut on cajon, pots and pans, and shaker as well. So I think everything is there except for bassoon and piccolo. Yeah, there you go. I'm so excited. The album has like really orchestral level arrangements on some of the songs. There's cello and drums and trumpet. There's going to be French horn. My brother is going to play that. And then keys of all kinds done by the fabulous Sam Kassir, who is a wonderful producer, engineer, and musician. He plays with Josh Ritter. And he did all kinds of things like Whirly, B3, Mellotron piano. It's amazing. So yes, those are the instruments that I play and the instruments that appear on my album. A follow-up question to this picture that I received was, how do I get the full version of this pic for my historical archives? You'll have to ask my mother, and she's on Facebook right now. If you'd like to ask her in the chat, she probably can help you out for that. And then one other question that kind of was, I think, summoned by this photo was from my old roommate. She asked, do I like band or orchestra more? And I actually don't know the answer to that. It depends if I want to play more. If I want to play more, I used to play flute in bands and orchestras. If I want to play more, then I want to be in band. But if I want to just like listen to the strings do gorgeous things, then it's orchestra all the way. So both. Thank you for the questions, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in. We've got more songs. This next song is the heart and soul of the record. It's the title track, and it's called Heartless Things. Enjoy.
I wanna go where I'll never be seen. Put a pin in this bleak routine. Live by myself, read all the books upon my shelf. Start a garden near my backyard stream. sleep through the mid-afternoon. Feel as light as sunrise as I unbind my ties. Answer only to the call of the loon. I wanna bid my shadow farewell. I struggle in trusting myself. There are creatures who have claimed to be harmless and tame, who proved wild when with them I dwelt. Oh, a heart can be caged inside ribs just the same. And I've seen, oh, I've seen. I'd do what I can to keep my hope intact, in case what's left like a rare artifact. But I can insulate my life. All I like doesn't save what is already lost to the past. Ooh, 'cause a heart can be caged inside ribs just the same. And I've seen, oh, I've seen, you still can do heartless things. I wanna live, never have to forgive. Wanna never have had to learn how.
There you go. That's Heartless Things. That's the title track of my new record. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm getting so many wonderful comments. It's been requested that I clarify. I did train as a classical flutist, and then I learned bluegrass guitar and how to sing when I got to college at Berkeley. Kind of a 180. If you ask me, but there's no other place I'd rather be than in the folk world. JP said, these songs take such an exhilarating journey. Thank you so much, JP. Actually, that fits in with the next question that I got. The question was, music or lyrics first? And that is a great question. Usually it's music first for me, but I try to experiment with different ways of writing, because you never know if there's something better out there until you try it. So I've been trying to kind of try new things, and in fact, this next song that I'm going to play, it was the opposite. I wrote the lyrics first and then wrote the music. For this song, this is a song about the Radium Girls, which is a true story, a true tragedy that occurred in the early 1900s. I did a lot of research on it. I read a book that I highly recommend called The Radium Girls by Kate Moore, and did a lot of other research on the side. And I did all that before I even wrote a word. And then once I finished reading and researching, I started writing the lyrics. And then after I finished, I was very focused on telling the story and trying to do the most service to the story. I'm a big fan of ballads, like the English and Scottish ballads and old Appalachian ballads, so I wanted to write it in that tradition of having like a warning for the world, and also being a tribute to this group of women who were just so strong. So once I got the story down, then I wrote the music, which is completely different than how I write most of my other songs. So that is a great question. Without further ado, I'm going to play for you my song called The Radium Girls.
In the days when Rosie beckoned girls to join assembly lines, a mixture simply named Undark made wristwatch faces shine. And women with star-spangled hearts sat faithfully in rows, bent to help the boys entrenched stave off those dark shadows. Day by day they all were tasked to paint 200 dials with brushes made of camel hair and radium dust in vials. The numbers on the clocks were painted dainty, slim and slight, so the girls were taught to use their lips to point the bristles tight. The taste was a little foul, but no one really seemed to mind. The pay was more than 3 times what a girl back then could find. Radium was championed, a newfound fount of youth, and the few who knew the dangers kept the public from the truth. For a time each painter prospered, though the work they did was tough, and were delighted when they'd clock out covered in the magic stuff. They'd decorate their drabest dresses, paint skin so they'd sparkle. No earthly sight quite like a glowing angel in the darkness. Curious even lights that shine the brightest will eventually dim, but you never do expect it, just as someone's life begins. As each timepiece passed through nimble fingers, painters dreamed and planned, though they had in fact so very little time left on their hands. Soon these young girls ached as if they'd aged for 80 years, and radiating pain turned into radiating fear. Doctors did their best to treat an unknown malady, but no remedy could keep those bodies from unraveling. So aching turned to limping, and sore mouths began to bleed. Then jaws began to break, and smiles gave way to crumbling teeth. Families became buried beneath doctor bills and loans, and grief like radium began to settle in their bones. Cure liaison, to have so many sick at once seemed no coincidence, but the company confronted had maintained its innocence. Yet they'd secretly received results that told a different story, and they knew despite their lies that they were liable for the suffering. Those who had enlisted ladies to leave luminescent marks were now working overtime to keep them in the dark. Not a single protocol was changed at all, though there was danger, and alien workers failing fast were easily exchanged for healthy younger women, unsuspecting and naive, who craved to carve their own piece of the great American dream. Nothing pierced those stone hearts corporate greed. Even when the women's own hearts one by one had ceased to beat. I wish that I could tell you that somebody'd found a cure, or that when the court case first came round, the crime was answered for. These women walked among the living, having one foot in the grave. Still they used what fight that they had left so others could be saved. To this day no one can say how many lives were lost. Had they been sooner taken seriously, it might have cut the cost. You may claim women have been long since elevated in this world, but how can that be? Our ashes still speak louder than our words. Katie, where did you go? There are roses that dried by your room just outside, and I can't recall the last time I saw you, my friend. Though we share an address, seems I'm seeing you less every day. Oh, Katie, is your plate full? You got bills piling up on the table. I'll clear you a space and pour some iced tea. Oh, dearest Katie, come out. You can put it on me. Katie, it is shameful to let a day like this pass with the window shades drawn. There'll be time enough for the dark when the short day is done. There are chairs in the shed we can use to sit out on the lawn. Oh, Katie, Katie fell down a well of despair. I've been there. I may be unable to say anything that can soften or smolder the worries that burn in you now, but please allow me to try. Katie, I'll try. You know what they say about April? Well, maybe they're right, and although it's July, August may bring you surprises and fields full of flowers. And oh, my dear friend, I'll remain where I'm standing beside you to see your sweet smile.
That was Katie, and right before that was the Radium Girls. Katie is an ode to roommate love. I've been very lucky to have had some incredible roommates throughout my time here in Boston and in Utah too. So just wrote that little ditty for them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That is all that I'm playing from my brand new record. There's one more song on the record, but you'll just have to wait for that. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. I've got 2 more songs for you. I was going to play a brand new song that I finished in January. I have been sober for a little over 2 years now. I celebrated my 2-year mark in sobriety, and being sober has been such a wonderful thing for me as an artist and as a human, being able to connect with people and people I love. It's been wonderful, and I'm so grateful for that. There are times, though, that I feel anxiety about what has happened in the past, and I'm a big Twin Peaks fan. By the way, happy Twin Peaks Day to anybody who celebrates. I'm wearing my red room dress for the occasion. In the Twin Peaks world, David Lynch announced last year that he didn't announce actually, it was just kind of people found out about it in Variety, that there is a new David Lynch project in the works called Unrecorded Night. And that phrase just stunned me, and it felt so perfect for what I was feeling about that anxiety about those nights that you can't remember. And having been sober for 2 years, it still kind of haunts you. So I wrote this song. It's called Unrecorded Night. Enjoy.
Of time and the things that I forgot. From slipping back into
it was Unrecorded Night. That'll be for the next record. Thank you guys so much for joining. I've got one more song for you. Just want to send out a quick, big thank you to Michael Siegel for playing the bass so wonderfully, learning all of my songs, and taking such good care of them. Thank you for doing that. And a big thanks to Matt Smith and Abby Altman of Club Passim. Abby filmed and Matt did the sound. And then I edited them all together, and it was amazing. I'm so floored to be able to be at Passim, not right now, but I was at Passim, and use the stage and make these videos for you. And a big thanks to Folk Alliance for hosting this. This is incredible. I'm so glad and so grateful that we have this right now. It's so important. I'm going to play one more song. This is the title track to my solo EP. It's called Anything Worth Doing.
1, 2, 3. Did he fail when he fell? That Icarus we know so well. I think credit's owed where credit's due. We all forget he also flew. When love comes to an end, how people love to win. They tally all the faults and total scores, but they don't know our love meant more. Loving you was an early morning, watching the sunrise turn to day, holding the covers up till the moment they all were pulled away, like catching the last rays of a sunset on a cool summer's night, knowing the stars can't always shine so bright, shine so bright. Did he fail when he fell? That Icarus we know so well. I think credit's owed where credit's due. We all forget he also flew. Loving you till the early morning, watching the sunrise turn to day, holding you closer up till the moment you turned and pulled away. Loving you was learning to fly on wings of feathers and of wax, soaring the sky high with nothing else worth looking back to. Did we fail when we fell from a love we knew so well? I think credit's owed where credit's due. Please don't forget we also flew. Would you think back on our time gladly? Anything worth doing at all is worth doing
Thank you folks so much for tuning in. My name is Rachel Sumner. You can find my mailing list at rachelsumnermusic.com. You can also find neat merch like this peacock t-shirt. Pretty nifty, right? And I've also got EPs out, a cover EP, original EP, and some hand-bound lyric booklets. So you can find all that at rachelsumnermusic.com. And if you feel so inclined, if you enjoyed the show, there is a virtual tip jar. You can Venmo and PayPal. It's at RTSUMNER. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in, and thanks to Folk Alliance for having me. I hope to see you guys out in the world soon. Have a wonderful night. Oh, and I will be at the social in the lobby for Folk Alliance at midnight. So if you'd like to say hi, come say hi if you're at Folk Alliance. Love to say hi. All right. Have a good night.